What you doing? You got your collar on? You got your collar on? You want to play Hello Kitty? You want to play? Come on. Come on, Napu. Who's my big sexy man? Want to play Hello Kitty? Here, kitty. Okay, so as you can tell, Napu here, our big sexy man, has a Cujo collar on. You can't really see it very well because I'm terrible at lighting. Don't mind me. Anyway, he is our most well-behaved dog in the whole house. He is a rescue, and we adore him, and he is very well assimilated to the family, but he likes to play Hello Kitty. He doesn't chase the cat. He doesn't growl at the cat. He's been very, very good. However, we have 5 cats in this house, and him, who has never lived with cats before. So, I have this remote in my hand that he is terribly afraid of, and the yellow is a sound. And okay, come here, baby. See, he's afraid of it. And that's enough for me. So the manual says that you're supposed to test with the yellow light. The Cujo collar is a shock collar, by the way. That's what it's advertised as, or as a training collar. Anyway, so this yellow button here is which you can't see it very well, courtesy of the LED. But let's see if I can focus in on it a little bit more. There you go. It's a sound. And in the manual, it says you're supposed to test the collar with that sound. Okay, I have found with him and our very young pit bull that the sound alone is enough. Like, if I ask her to come inside and she does not answer, it's usually because another dog is annoying her. So I just push this, and like you saw him do, obviously he's not here anymore, they respond, right? And so the blue one, let's see if I can get it to focus in on that. Nope, not even a little bit, not even at all. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can kind of see it right there. That is vibrate. And what happens is, and I've noticed this with a lot of our animals, we have 10 animals, like I said, 5 of them are dogs. So we have every age range from 13 to 6 weeks old. Depending on the size of your dog, it's not an age thing, it's a size thing, but they kind of go hand in hand. Vibrate may or may not work. Like, I obviously have this up to 11 at this point because it's attached to Napu, who is a very big dog. Not a Mastiff, but still a big dog. So vibrate does not work for him, we have found. When he plays Hello Kitty, he investigates the cat, and we have World War III in our house. So vibrate does not work for him. However, for Daisy, our 10-week-old pit bull puppy, it works very well. So when I ask her to come inside, I beep her once with the Cujo collar, and it works. And then for whatever reason, I have a 3-year-old who likes to feed her. I use vibrate, she goes away. And obviously the 3-year-old is dealt with accordingly. I don't have a collar on him, don't worry. But regardless, anyway, for the more difficult situations, you use vibrate. With Napu, he is, and you have to be very careful with this. We are a foster house, and we're very, very strict on how we handle our shocking, but you can't tell by the picture, Napu is almost 200 pounds. He's a big boy, okay, and unfortunately, we are from Washington State, where bobcats like to play with domestic cats. So, we have a bobcat cat. He's half bobcat, half domestic cat. Anyway, he likes to play Hello Kitty with the dog, and both of them don't know how to quit. So when I need my pit bull to let go of his lockjaw, I use, and that is very rare, I'm talking, I have used it on him twice. I use this red button, which I feel is horrible, and I feel really guilty afterwards, but sometimes it is the only way to make your animal let go, and you need to understand that. So this red button right here is for the shock. Now, before you go pushing it all willy-nilly, you need to understand something that is incredibly serious to me. So I just pushed the minus button. Okay, for Napu, I have it at 11. He's 200 plus pounds. I think the last time we weighed him, he was 201. So we're not pushing much past 200. When we first got him, he was 160. So for our puppy, we have it at like 7. Right? And I have never pushed shock on Daisy, ever. I refuse to. She's a baby. She needs to understand. So we push the sound button. And if it gets really serious with her, we push vibrate. I don't ever push shock on her. The only reason it's up as high as it is because it vibrates harder, basically. Excuse my burp. But yes, so there's really no need to push shock with her. This training collar is amazing. I use it for the fence perimeter. We have smaller puppies. I have to be outside. So I take this one remote out, and it controls both the puppy's collar and Napu's collar, who you saw earlier, who has since run away. Traitor. And so yeah, I take one remote outside with me. I smoke a cigarette. I keep the dogs company, and it's able to control everything. If you push 1, 2, you just saw it switch in the upper right-hand corner to number 2. If I push it again, it switches to number 1, as you can see up there. That's just the difference in collars. So this is Daisy, and this is Napu. Anyway, he's obviously not at 1. Ignore that. So I have Daisy's remote in my hand. Just ignore me. So I have Daisy at number 7. All I ever do is sound her and vibrate her. I don't care what the manual says, sound is enough. But however, this can be used on anything from small to large dogs. When I first got the collar, I had to cut a considerable amount off just to make it fit Napu, who, let's see if I can get his attention. Yeah, okay, as you can see, is a very big dog. My big boy. My sweet boy. Let's see if I can get his focus. Come on, focus. Anyway, he's not small. So, I use this remote for everything from him to our 8-week-old pit bull, 10-week-old now. Anyway, it varies, which is wonderful because the vibration can get harder as you go. So I have it at 7 right now. I'm going to bump it up to 11, which is what I use for Napu, our bigger dog, who takes up the whole fucking couch. And I can push anything from vibrate, which vibrates harder than it would for our puppy, to sound, which gets him away from the cats. It's really a wonderful tool. I use it as a wireless fence, as a training collar, and even for those of us who have dogs with dandruff, I use it as a chew deterrent. So my wife works knock shift, and she sleeps with the dogs. Like, kind of a pain in the butt during the day when the dog is chewing on himself, which he's about to do, and you want to be able to sleep. So we just push the sound button, and they immediately stop chewing. Like, as you can see, Napu is not chewing right now. When we were sitting in the hallway, I actually pushed the sound button, and he has yet to chew. It's really handy. It's really easy to use. You don't ever have to use shock with the Cujo control. We have got them to stop chewing on their dandruff. We have got them to stop chasing the cats. They don't break out of the fence anymore, which thankfully we're getting replaced. Like, it doesn't matter what you're using it for. There's no reason to use shock because the Cujo control is so diverse. You're able to bump it up and down. You're able to make a sound which the manual inaccurately describes, but realistically, the sound is enough. If it gets really serious, we shock. Or we don't shock, obviously. We vibrate. And I will even yell that at them at times. Like, I will vibrate you. It's enough. It is enough. I don't use shock. I don't ever have to use shock. It is the benefit of all this, and I greatly encourage you to get one of these. Like, I've had previous shock collars, and all I had was vibrate and shock. And vibrate didn't work. It wasn't high enough. You know, it didn't go up to 11. It just stayed at 5 or something like that. And then shock went up to 11. No, this is not the same. You need to get yourself a Cujo control. You need to get yourself a Napu dog. And that is exactly what we have gotten ourselves with the Cujo control. And I can't wait to use it on our later puppies. Woo!